So in this video, I'm just going to take a simple look at how to estimate mortgage repayments. Typically, when you purchase a house, you have to borrow a sum of money. It can be quite substantial. So we're going to take assume that the amount we're borrowing is $120,000, and that we're going to repay at an interest rate. So this R here denotes the interest rate, or perhaps it's described as the APR, annual percentage rate, and the number of years here is given to be 30 years, and that the frequency of the payment, so as is normal, repayment on the mortgage is 12 times a year. So at the end of each month or at the beginning of each month, the payment is made, and then the last figure here represents the actual mortgage repayment. So if we borrow $120,000 and the interest rate, again, this is 5% expressed as a decimal, then the mortgage repayment per month is $644. This is something that could be worked out manually. In a sense, the basis of a mortgage payment is that we use an annuity type structure, and if the amount that's being borrowed is considered as a kind of a present value, then if we take a fixed amount, if we assume that the repayment back is fixed and occurs at uniform intervals, then using an annuity type structure we can isolate what the payment is, the monthly payment is, and work out what's in the square brackets, divide into the principal, what you pay for the home and what you borrow, and we get the $644.19. Okay, so if the figure then was $200,000, then the monthly repayment would be $1,073.64. So how did I do this? Well, there is a built-in function into Google Sheets. I'm using a Google Sheet estimator here, but I set it up as a little snippet of code, which is, we can, if we come across here to the next tab, right, the function that I'm using here is, the name of the function is mortgage pay. So this is JavaScript, right? And the JavaScript is where we code up the mortgage payment. And if you like, the SQR here is equivalent to what's in the square brackets. Okay, and the pay is equivalent to the monthly repayment. So we take the principal and we divide into the principal what's in the square brackets, and that produces the monthly repayment. So again, I'm going to leave a link to this worksheet underneath the video, and if you want to use if you want to figure out what your mortgage repayment is, then you simply make the adjustment here. So if we go back to 5, let's say it is 5% and it's 120,000, all you've got to do is update your figures, enter the figures, and you should get the correct mortgage repayment.